From downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
March Madness has hit Detroit. We're outside Little Caesars Arena previewing the big matchup between Michigan State and Bucknell.
And could this tragedy have been prevented? What we're now learning about the designer and builder of the pedestrian bridge that crashed down onto cars below.
But first, he was trying to save her life, but ended up doing the exact opposite. Now the man who accidentally shot and killed his neighbor during a dog attack has been formally charged. Michael Williams was trying to save his neighbor's life as she was being mauled by a dog. He ended up shooting and killing her.
And Williams just appeared in court a short time ago to be arraigned on charges of careless discharge of a weapon. Coco McAboy was in court for that arraignment. So Coco, did Williams get bond?
Yes, Kimberly and Jason, his bond is set at $45,000, which is a much lower amount than the prosecutor's office asked for. But this is a really sensitive case because some people believe Michael Williams should not face any charges because he was trying to help his neighbor, Patricia Cosby, but Cosby's family disagrees.
Criminal matter case number is 180444422. Mr. Williams.
It's a bizarre case involving this man, Michael Williams. He appeared in court today facing one charge in the deadly shooting of his neighbor, Patricia Cosby. Police say Cosby was being attacked by a dog on Detroit's east side, and Williams tried to stop him. He started shooting, striking Cosby multiple times instead of the dog. She passed away, and now Williams is charged with the careless discharge of a weapon.
This defendant did cause the death of another individual rather carelessly and recklessly.
Cosby's stepmother, Louisa Matthews, believes Williams should be facing a different charge.
I think it should be manslaughter or something like that.
Matthews says the autopsy report made her question what really happened that October day.
He just said homicide, and he didn't have nothing but scratches, just had a gunshot wound.
At the time, police believed Williams intended to help and not harm Cosby. Matthews isn't sure.
Something was going on that wasn't right, you know. They didn't say no accident.
Count 1, weapons, firearm. Careless discharge.
In the family's mind, Williams facing any charges in the deadly shooting is a start to getting justice for Patricia Cosby. So obviously two very different sides to this story, and Williams will be back in court next week. We'll of course continue to follow this case. Reporting live this afternoon, I'm Coco McAboy, Local 4.
All right, Coco.
Well, it was an awesome start to the weekend. It is, I should say. The weekend's just beginning. A lot of sun out there. Still a little bit chilly, but...
Yeah, you're right. And as we head into the weekend, hopefully it's going to warm up. Andrew's in for Ben tonight. Hi, Andrew.
Hey, Kimberly and Jason, and guess what? Yes, we are going to get those higher temperatures starting tomorrow, but for now, yeah, coats and jackets still needed, sunglasses as well, as we still have that sunshine that's overhead. 38 degrees currently over at Metro Airport, colder north of 8 Mile, similar to yesterday, but fortunately not as windy. But temperatures are close to freezing or even below freezing in some parts of the area. Port Huron's at 30 degrees. Sandusky clocking in right now at 26 degrees. Chilly or not, beautiful conditions over at LCA, Little Caesars Arena. Just make sure you bundle up before you come downtown to Detroit for all the March Madness. We're looking at 38 degrees currently, and it feels like 34. Wind chill's not as low as yesterday. Now, we will make it closer to freezing after sunset. Sunset this evening is at 7:41. We'll still see fair skies, dry roads as you come to and from basketball games, including Bucknell versus Michigan State just after 7 p.m., and remaining dry overnight tonight. We'll talk about those higher temperatures for Saturday and Sunday coming right up.
All right, Andrew, as he just mentioned, this weekend it's all about college basketball, especially in downtown Detroit.
Oh, yeah, just take a look. There's a live look from Sky 4 right downtown there, Midtown, I should say. We're less than 2 hours away from Michigan State taking the court against Bucknell at LCA in the first round of the NCAA tournament. That's where Jamie Edmonds is live tonight. And Jamie, it looks like it's getting pretty busy over there.
That's right. Good evening, Jason, Kimberly. This was the vision 4 years ago when Olympia Entertainment pitched LCA as a site for this, and here we are. It's upon us. It's really exciting. It's sold out. They're expecting 20,000 fans for each session. Now, the main event, obviously, is the local team, Michigan State, taking on Bucknell. Yesterday, thousands of Spartan fans from Spartan Nation showed up for open practice, yelling, "Go green, go white." Tom Izzo says playing in Detroit is great and all, but having the crowd behind you guarantees nothing.
It's flip a coin. I think we make a lot of things at the end of the day. You know, this team has won 8 out of 9 Big Ten games on the road. We understand how to win on the road too, and when people are booing you or things like that. So I think it's going to be a little advantage. How much, I don't know.
Now here's the thing, Bucknell is a good team, and the Bucknell Bison have played upset before. In 2005, they knocked off number 3 Kansas. Had to say it, doesn't mean it's going to happen. As long as Miles Bridges, Cassius Winston show up, they're on their A game. I think we'll be talking about the Spartans again on Sunday. So much more coming up in sports. Jason, Kimberly, back to you.
Oh, we're not going to jinx anything, but I am wearing the lucky tie. Anyway, we'll see if it has any mojo left. ClickOnDetroit.com is your place for the tournament. We have previews there, halftime analysis, recaps for all the Michigan and Michigan State games to make sure you're in the know before and after tip-off. You can check it all out under the sports tab right on the home page. With the games at LCA all weekend, fans, of course, flocking to downtown and Midtown.
But getting there isn't going to be easy, especially for people living on the east side of Detroit. That's because starting tonight, I-94 will be closed in both directions from Connor to I-75, and it won't open again until Monday morning. So let's get out to Priya Mann. She's live. And Priya, when you think about it, the timing, I guess, couldn't be worse.
Oh, Kimberly, you just saw Jamie at the LCA. You've got St. Patrick's Day parties. You've got some Wayne State students who will be heading home after spring break, heading to campus after spring break. But MDOT says this construction needed to happen. Now, that is the Shane overpass behind me that's going to be demolished. This closure on 94 going to affect a lot of people trying to make it downtown.
I wish we had a opinion on when they started construction, but
fans from the east flocking to the LCA this weekend are in for some traffic madness.
Well, they got to fix the bridges over here, so we want that done, but still, it's a big inconvenience for everybody.
A 5-mile stretch of 94 in both directions between Connor and 75 will be shut down so that crews can demolish the overpasses at Gratiot and Shane. Scheduled this weekend as thousands are expected in downtown Detroit for St. Patrick's Day revelry and the NCAA tournament.
It's not necessarily just pick the weekend out of a hat or we get some perverse joy in doing it on a busy weekend. It's obviously, it's a necessity, it's a schedule thing.
This only adds to ongoing traffic woes. Just ask fans from downriver. Southbound I-75 remains closed for Rouge Bridge repairs. Drivers say it's part and parcel of living in Michigan.
I think it's going to have a big impact. But as long as you get the word out there, there's other opportunities where people can take back roads and whatnot.
There are detours. 696 won't have any lane reductions from 94 to 75. Along the waterfront, Jefferson Avenue is an option, and depending on where you're headed, 8 Mile is another.
You know, as long as we had ways going, we had no problem getting down to the DAC and parked with no problems at all. So I think we're going to be all right.
A lot of fans just trying to stay positive. You know, basketball fans have their March Madness. MDOT has their own. Now, MDOT tells me that crews will also be working to fix potholes and work on some utility work while this closure happens. And again, 94 will be shut down from 9 o'clock tonight. Will reopen 5 a.m. on Monday before that rush hour commute Monday morning. So there's something else to look forward to. Reporting live, I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
That needs to be done, Priya. And before you head downtown, be sure to check ClickOnDetroit.com. We have a complete list of alternate routes and detours to avoid the orange barrels. You can find the link in the top stories section.
A crash that closed almost all of southbound I-75 near Holbrook earlier this morning has been cleaned up. You can see the mess after a speeding SUV lost control and hit a semi, causing it to flip. Its load of scrap metal spilled across most lanes of traffic, temporarily closing those. The driver of the SUV was ejected from his car and was taken to the hospital.
The recovery mission is underway for the 6 victims of that horrific bridge collapse in Miami. The new pedestrian walkway was being built to keep students at Florida International University safe when crossing a main thoroughfare near campus. It was built in just 6 hours. Wendy Woolfolk is there tonight with new details on what went so wrong.
They brought in the heavy digging equipment to assist in the recovery efforts. Unfortunately, that could still mean the death toll could rise.
The grueling task begins, trying to remove those who perished beneath the now mangled mountain of concrete and steel.
Our primary focus is to remove all of the cars and all of the victims in a dignified manner.
Quite a tightrope to walk, removing the victims with dignity without disturbing crucial evidence in this massive investigation.
Our entire purpose for being here is to find out what happened so that we can keep it from happening again.
Almost buried alive, Florida International sophomore Richard Humble, a passenger in a car under the bridge.
I was scared beyond my life. I didn't think I was going to make it out of the car. I thought when I saw the bridge coming down that I was dead too.
The driver of the car, his best friend, Alexa Duran, was officially identified as one of the lost. Searchers say they will use all resources until every person is found.
There are a lot of moving parts. The key thing here is to provide as much comfort and show as much compassion to our victims.
For those impacted by the collapse,
I don't know why they do all the testing and everything with traffic underneath it. It just doesn't make sense to me, and it really raises the question of what they were thinking at that time.
Left with more questions than answers.
University students were on spring break this week. At this point, classes are supposed to resume on Monday. In Miami, Wendy Woolfolk, Local 4.
And officials say it will take days to process the scene and gather evidence. It could be a week before that road is open again. Charges today against a woman accused of making a threat to an elementary school.
It happened at Village Elementary School in Heartland Township. Karen Lockwood has been arraigned on several charges, including making false terrorist threats and using a computer to commit a felony. She allegedly threatened a family on Facebook Messenger by saying she was going to shoot up the school and burn their house down.
Also today, a threat was deemed non-credible at Romulus High School, where instead of canceling class, it was decided that no backpacks would be allowed in the school for the rest of the day. In addition to that, everyone entering the school had to go through a metal detector. The school says it's just following protocol to ensure they keep both students and staff safe. Romulus police are investigating.
Well, we're just getting started here on a Friday.
Yeah, we've got much more coming up in this next hour, including a plow company hit hard by what they didn't do this winter. And Johnsonville issuing a major recall tonight after something was found inside a brat that definitely should not have been there.
And also, folks living in Highland Park say the situation just has to get better. New here at 5, how the city's police chief is responding to concerns there just aren't enough officers on the street. Hey, Blaine.
The White House working to end speculation that there are more shakeups around the corner, and a stunning allegation from the attorney of an adult film star. I'm Blaine Alexander with that story coming up from Washington.
It's new at 6.
A group of dog owners are taking a local pet store to court over the health of some very expensive puppies. New at 6, what's wrong with those animals and why Petland says it's not their fault. Nick?
The Utica Police Department asking for your help today. Take a look at the surveillance video. These guys are breaking into gyms all over our area and then buying high-end electronics. What you can do to help.
Well, from the looks of it, there could soon be more top-level shakeups at the White House. The administration says it's not going to happen right now, but words from President Trump himself have indicated otherwise. And there are stunning new allegations from the attorney of Stormy Daniels. She's the adult film actress who claims to have had an affair with the president years ago. Blaine Alexander has all that covered from Washington.
Well, hello to you from Washington. The president's personal attorney, Michael Cohen, has acknowledged that he paid Stormy Daniels thousands of dollars to remain quiet. But today, her attorney says that someone did more to try and silence her. An attorney for Stormy Daniels, the adult film star who claims she had an affair with Donald Trump in 2006, says in addition to a $130,000 payment from the president's lawyer to stay quiet, Daniels faced a physical threat.
Was she threatened in any way?
Yes.
Was she threatened physical harm?
Yes.
Her attorney would not say by whom. The White House has repeatedly denied allegations of an affair.
Certainly would condemn anyone threatening any individual, but I have no knowledge of that situation.
Meanwhile, new details emerging about a series of Russian cyber attacks designed to take out America's power plants. Federal officials say while nuclear plants were never compromised, the Russians could have shut down entire power grids if they wanted.
We need to do something. We need to prepare. We need to be on an almost war footing in order to be prepared for this kind of thing happening.
This amid more speculation of another White House shakeup after this from President Trump Thursday.
There'll always be change, and I think you want to see change. And I want to also see different ideas.
Among those reportedly on shaky ground, the president's attorney general, national security advisor, and chief of staff John Kelly, who addressed the speculation with colleagues.
People shouldn't be concerned. We should do exactly what we do every day, and that's come to work and do the very best job that we can.
The White House says Kelly reassuring staff there are no immediate personnel changes. And back to those threats from Russia. Today, a bipartisan group of senators sent a letter to the administration demanding to know why millions of dollars that had been set aside to fight disinformation and election meddling had never been used. In Washington, Blaine Alexander, Local 4.
Lottery players have a chance to get their share of a combined $800 million over the weekend for both the Powerball and Mega Millions jackpots.
This is the one. This is the big one right here. We got it. Your first chance is today's Mega Millions jackpot of $345 million. Then tomorrow, the $455 million Powerball jackpot. It'll all be up for grabs. Unfortunately, your odds are pretty slim. We know this. The last time someone from Michigan won the Mega Millions was last October, and it's been almost 2.5 years since anyone from Michigan has won the Powerball.
Well, that sounds like it's time for somebody to win.
It's a chance.
We're due.
Better chance to get hit by lightning twice to jump into weather terms.
Actually, virtually no chance of being hit by lightning this time because we have sunshine for the
there you
weekend.
go. We can win.
Some better lottery chances, it looks like, for this weekend also, right? Hey, we really hit the jackpot because we got sunshine on the way and higher temperatures. Now, that is before we have another cold night for tonight. Not quite as cold as earlier this morning. We made it down to 20 degrees or even in the teens. We'll make it into the middle and upper 20s later on tonight here in the metro zone and also in your neighborhood. Anywhere from 24 to 28 degrees from Warren to Clinton Township, West Bloomfield to downtown Detroit and Dearborn, and down toward Trenton, and throughout the rest of southeast Michigan as well. South of 94, temperatures down to around 27 or 28 degrees in Blissfield. West of 275 in the west zone, same thing, 24 to 26 degrees in Livingston County and western Oakland County, and north of M59, low and middle 20s as well. As you can see, beautiful sunshine is what we have right now. 38, so yes, on the chilly side once again with high temperatures today approaching 40 degrees, still at least 5 degrees below average, but it will feel more seasonable tomorrow. And at least the wind chill right now, not as brutal as what it was yesterday, but it still feels like it's closer to around freezing, so we still need our coats and jackets when heading outdoors. Fair skies for tonight as it gets colder. Tomorrow, more blue skies, a little more seasonable. The average high this time of year is around 45 to 46 degrees, and that's what we'll see on Saturday, and even milder on Sunday with mostly sunny skies, and we're looking at temperatures approaching 50 degrees. Not bad for the last full weekend of winter, right? Well, we're looking at 38 currently for our friends in Livonia and also around Redford. Winds, that is, are rather light or very, or actually calm in some places, but very light and generally coming out of the west. We'll see them pick up out of the south, tapping into some of this milder air where it is 50 degrees in places like St. Louis. That's because we have this area of high pressure. It's going to do a couple of things. One, it's a lot more stable air, so it's going to keep dry conditions for us and keep our skies mostly sunny and push this area of low pressure that you can see down here down to our south. Secondly, as it moves over to the east, winds around high pressure are clockwise. So winds eventually come out of the south, tapping into that milder air, especially for Sunday. So a good looking Friday night and a good looking weekend. Feeling colder though later tonight with temperatures that fall into the 20s, around 24 to 25 degrees. Sunset this evening is at 7:41. Again, dry roads going back and forth to LCA. We're looking at temperatures around 39 degrees at noon tomorrow, 45 for a high. Sunrise tomorrow morning is at 7:42. March Madness still in town on Sunday with a high near 50 degrees. Monday still remaining dry, a high of 44. One change in the forecast from yesterday, spring still begins on Tuesday at 12:15, but the chance for rain and or snow showers not really until Tuesday night and on Wednesday instead of on Tuesday during the day.
They won't delay spring though, right? They're holding steady with that.
The earth still spins, the earth still revolves around the sun.
Right. All right.
Nothing's going to stop that.
Thank you.
Okay.
We appreciate it, Andrew.
All right.
Doc.
The flu continues to make people sick, but something new is popping up too. I'm Dr. Frank McGeorge. I'll show you where we're still seeing the most flu and the other problem that has folks sniffling and sneezing.
All right, Doc, but first, an absolutely wild crash as a car slams into a salon. But it's the key thing police could not find that makes this crash so puzzling. We'll explain that next.
Detroit police are investigating an SUV that smashed into a building on the city's west side at McNichols and Lindsay. Take a look here. This is video from the scene. You can see the car is rolled over and an electrical pole is also snapped. The down pole prevented parents from taking their kids to that daycare this morning. Right now, we're not sure if anyone was hurt because police have not yet located the driver of that car.
Missing person Rebecca Thornhill has been found safe and is in contact with her family. Thornhill, who lives in Dearborn, was reported missing last Saturday. According to police, there is no indication here that foul play was involved.
Move over Taco Bell. Del Taco is bringing 12 new locations to Metro Detroit. Del Taco is the second largest fast food Mexican restaurant chain and pushing to become the first. The chain, known for its soft chicken tacos, has more than 550 locations in 14 states. Macomb and parts of Wayne County will be seeing this chain pop up. The exact locations, though, have not yet been announced.
New at 5:30.
Money could be in your mailbox, and this is no joke. How one company is working to get your attention by literally sending you a check.
The flu continues to make people sick, but something new is popping up too. I'm Dr. Frank McGeorge. Coming up, I'll show you where we're still seeing the most flu and the other problem that has folks sniffling and sneezing.
Major manpower concerns tonight for one local police department.
So it's a constant state of flux in terms of personnel.
Live at 5:30, we'll tell you what it means for the people living and investing in Highland Park.
Next week.
Officers needed. Highland Park struggling with keeping officers on the streets, but the chief says he has a plan. Highland Park may be small, but crime there has been a real issue for years.
Yeah, and as budgets have shrunk, so too have the number of officers on patrol. Let's get to Sean Lay live tonight. And Sean, how bad is the situation here with this?
That depends on who you ask within city administration and the top of the police department here. Both are saying tonight that they are fully aware of staffing issues, but say those issues are under control right now and there is a plan to go forward. However, we are also hearing from police on the street, some of them who say they need help and they need help right away.
Hey, how are you? I'm good.
Local 4 cameras are in Highland Park this afternoon to capture something that is a rare sight in this city. This young man is being sworn in as the city's 8th full-time police officer.
I do solemnly swear or affirm.
I do solemnly swear and affirm.
Highland Park is mainly a part-time police force. Sources telling Local 4 since 2016 the numbers of part-time officers have dropped from 54 to just 13 right now.
I don't think that's accurate to say.
What is accurate?
We have a part-time department where we have 7 full-time officers and we're augmented by part-time officers.
Police Chief Chester Logan says the number of part-time officers sometimes fluctuates between 20 and 50.
I cannot argue with the fact that we're stretched thin.
It's a concern for many police officers who point to some redevelopment going on in the city, including this large site on Hamilton Avenue. They say they desperately need more officers to keep people safe and to keep new businesses coming in. Would you like more guys on, more men and women on the street?
I'd like to really have an opportunity, once this is all settled, to take a look at exactly what do we need in the city of Highland Park.
And Sean, that plan that we heard about, is that to expand the department?
That's the key question here. The chief says right now he's in the middle of negotiations with the current police officers for a new contract. He says once he gets that done, he is going to present a 3-year plan to the mayor here that would include getting more officers on the street. Businesses here are saying, yes, businesses are relocating here. There's a building here that's going to be developed. They say they will welcome as many police officers as they can get as the city is actually starting to grow a bit.
For sure. All right, Sean, we appreciate it. Uphill battle there. Thanks.
Meantime, Detroit police searching for 2 men and 3 women in connection to a deadly shooting on the city's west side.
The shooting happened just after midnight on January 15th at Prevost and 7 Mile. The 39-year-old man was shot and killed while sitting in his black Ford F-250. The suspects all ran after the shooting. If you have any information or can identify any of these suspects, call police. A 35-year-old mother faces child abuse charges after her baby was found alone inside a car.
Tonight, police say Jamie Stefanko left her child unattended in her car. This was in the Sam's Club parking lot Wednesday night. Shoppers discovered the baby. They called police. They believe the mother left the baby in chilly temperatures for at least an hour. Stefanko is expected to be arraigned sometime on Monday.
A Wayne County road worker has pleaded guilty today to one of 4 charges in connection to a deadly crash. Bobby Collins was driving the big county truck when he dozed off and it drifted into 2 other workers last year working on the road, killing one and severely injuring the other. At a pretrial hearing today, 3 of the 4 charges were dismissed. He pleaded guilty to a moving violation causing death. He'll be sentenced on May 25th.
Cold tonight, but the good news is it's going to warm up a bit this weekend.
That's right. Feeling a little more like springtime, and why not? The last full weekend of winter and spring right around the corner, Sandra. Out there right now, we're still looking at mostly clear skies. Temperatures, yes, in the chilly range, everybody. You've had to wear your coat all week, so why not one more day, right? We have temperatures in the chilly or cold, if you will, 30s, 38 degrees here in Detroit, same thing in Monroe. Over in Adrian, always got you covered there, now at 37 degrees. But just north of 8 Mile, colder, quite a spread in temperatures. Closer to freezing in Pontiac at 33, still stuck in the 20s in Sandusky. Plenty of sunshine across all of southeast Michigan, though. 38 degrees over at LCA, and right here in downtown Detroit, a calm wind, and wind chills mostly running in the low or middle 30s, if you will. We still have this chilly pocket of air draped over the entire state. Temperatures are also close to freezing around Sault Ste. Marie, only 36 for our friends in Chicago. But mostly clear skies right now, and we'll still see clear skies as we go through this evening, and temperatures dipping down to around the freezing mark within the next few hours by 8 p.m. We'll talk more about those higher temperatures. Will it be for both Saturday and Sunday? I've got the answer in your weather forecast coming up.
All right, well, we're not dealing with any snow, and that's good. But if you didn't receive the snow plowing services you paid for this winter, you might have a check headed your way. Michigan's Corporate Oversight Division has secured $20,000 in reimbursements for Oakland County residents and business owners that didn't get what they paid for. The payments are part of a settlement agreement with 5 Star Landscaping and Snow Removal. Claim forms will be sent to the more than 60 customers that filed those complaints.
7 U.S. servicemen have been killed after their helicopter went down in western Iraq. That crash still under investigation, but officials are saying it doesn't appear to be the result of enemy fire. The names of the servicemen on board will not be released to the public until their families have all been notified.
The well-known sausage company Johnsonville is recalling thousands of pounds of smoked pork.
Yeah, that's right. More than 109,000 pounds of meat, all being recalled because of contamination. The recall includes 14-ounce packages of jalapeno cheddar smoked sausage with the Best By date April 4th, 2018. The problem was discovered after the firm got 3 consumer complaints for pieces of hard green plastic that was found inside the product. A young boy severely injured by a falling tree limb more than 5 years ago sadly has passed away. He passed away yesterday in Georgia. Tripp Halstead was only 2 years old when the incident happened at his daycare. It happened back in October 2012. He spent the next 5 years battling infections and complications stemming from the accident, which left him with brain damage. People from all across the country followed his story. They were all cheering him on. Tripp's parents posted a message on Facebook last night. They thanked everyone for their years of support.
Across Michigan tonight, we're following stories from up north in Traverse City.
We're also following 2 stories from Kalamazoo. That's where a woman claims her 13-year-old son's substitute teacher choked him. The mother says her son was asked to leave his Millwood Magnet School classroom after another student threw a tennis ball at the teacher. Well, she says the teacher grabbed him by the throat while trying to remove him from the classroom. The Kalamazoo School District has removed that teacher from their list of substitutes. Police say they're investigating the incident.
Also in Kalamazoo, police are investigating the shooting of a 33-year-old man. It happened shortly after 2 a.m. this morning on Howard Street. That's right near Western Michigan University. When police arrived, they found no victims, but did find evidence that a gun was fired. A man with a gunshot wound later showed up at a hospital, but didn't provide any information. Police say there is no suspect information right now. And in Traverse City, several gray wolves may arrive at Isle Royale National Park over the next 3 years.
That's because federal officials have tentatively decided to transport 20 to 30 wolves to the Lake Superior Park. This is to replenish a population that has nearly died out because of inbreeding and also because of disease. The wolves play a key role in keeping the moose population in check. The decision will be finalized sometime within the next 30 days.
Roger Weber did a podcast about that very thing.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll have to check it out.
Well, you came well.
I love that you know that too. Very cool.
I listened to it. It was good.
Well, in good health, the flu, you know, it just keeps dragging on and on.
And it never goes away, really. But some new problems are popping up as well. Our Dr. Frank McGeorge is here with what's going around.
Spring officially arrives next week, but spring allergies are off to an early start. It seems we had just enough brief warm-ups to get those symptoms going for some people. Here's what's going around where you live. In Wayne County, most hospitals are still seeing flu, but it's tapering off. Children's Hospital says asthma has taken the top spot there. Beaumont's in Canton, Trenton, and Wayne report cases of norovirus, and Henry Ford in Dearborn is treating kids with stomach viruses and strep throat. Moving to Oakland County, the CVS Minute Clinics say influenza continues to decrease. Influenza B cases are more prevalent there. They're also treating ear infections and strep throat. Beaumont Dr. Nancy Crosley in Oxford is seeing more asthma and headaches, and Clarkson Medical Group says the warm-up triggered some early spring allergies. Looking at Washtenaw County, U of M says the flu is still going around at lower levels in kids, but they're seeing lots of upper respiratory infections and stomach viruses, plus some in adults too. On the warmer days, they're seeing more children with outdoor injuries. Heading to Monroe County, Dr. Anthony Songo is still seeing flu, but fewer cases. ProMedica Monroe Regional says gastrointestinal illnesses causing abdominal pain topped the list there. Finally, in Macomb County, cases of influenza remain steady at McLaren-Macomb. The dry air is also causing more nosebleeds. Henry Ford Macomb is seeing a run on strep throat in kids, plus viral upper respiratory infections and rashes. CVS Minute Clinic is seeing ear infections and preparing allergy sufferers with spring arriving soon. Now, if you suffer from spring allergies and you use nasal steroid sprays or other long-term control medications, now is the time to start using them because their effectiveness takes time to build up. Back to you.
Thanks, Doc. We were blanking on the name of Roger's podcast.
Mismatch.
Did you look it up? Yes, Mismatch.
Yes.
And speaking of podcasts, the newest episode of Shattered Black Friday, our podcast about the missing Skelton brothers from Morenci, is also out right now.
In this episode, we head down to Jacksonville and talk to John Skelton's family.
As you'll hear, John's mom, dad, and sister, they all believe John Skelton did the right thing.
A few years back, I was down here in Jacksonville, I was filling up one of my other truck with fuel. And I had my back there, and a gentleman come up behind me and he asked me not to turn around and said, "I know of your plight, I know your sons are okay."
Really?
And I says, "Thank you."
And that was it?
That was it.
You didn't turn around? Seems far-fetched, this story.
Right, it does. It does, I'm not gonna deny
The
it.
people that are gonna question all this and say, well, there's no way that there's a group that can do this, and that's impossible, that like these kids haven't found the internet or a phone or something like that. What do you say to those kind of...
It pops in my head all the time. Why haven't they contacted somebody?
Right.
Maybe they're happy.
And that is episode 8, Shattered Podcast, available everywhere podcasts are available. You can subscribe and also review Help Police as they continue to look for answers.
Such a mystery. That's one of this episode I'm interested in seeing because that one really gets you ramped up.
Oh, it's a good one. Episode 8 is a good one. Yeah.
All people could do was look on in horror.
Coming up new tonight, what caused this chairlift to violently start flying in reverse, leaving people on it, no option but to just jump off.
And take me to the place where the runways are paved with gold. No, seriously, new here at 5:30 how $300 million worth of gold ended up just sitting on this airport runway. Evrod.
This cold, hard cash could be yours, and there is no catch. I'm Evrod Cassimy. Coming up, I'll show you how you can win this money simply by opening your mailbox.
Farmington's new at 6.
Utah and Butler, a very special VIP guest, is making a lot of friends in downtown Detroit. We'll explain.
All right, Priya. Plus, how much sleep did you get last night? And did you need an alarm to wake up? Coming up at 6 o'clock, new research on the habits some of us have and how far we're really willing to go to get a better night's sleep.
It's interesting. A local company is giving away free money, and all you have to do is check your mailbox and win.
Evrod Cassimy explains there's a chance for you to win every single month.
Oh, all they have to do is open up their Valpak envelope.
It's that simple to win $100 this month. Valpak, the company responsible for sending out these coupon mailers, is giving away free money to a number of people in Metro Detroit.
We want you to take a look inside and not only possibly be that instant winner of $100, but we want you also to have potentially thousands of dollars of great savings from local businesses.
As you're flipping through the mailer, you'll see offers from nearby businesses like pizza restaurants, home improvement companies, and even realtors. If you're a winner, you'll also notice a check like this, addressed to cash. It's legit. All you have to do is cash it, and the money is yours. No catch. But Valpak has found some people to be a bit skeptical.
Not all of them are cash, so somebody is throwing away $100 checks. We want you to have it, we want you to cash it.
This stack of Valpak envelopes gets mailed out to about 900,000 homes across Metro Detroit. And with 18 of these $100 checks inside, your odds of winning are about 1 in 50,000.
You don't have to pay for anything, so it's not like buying a lottery.
The reason why Valpak is giving away free money is simple.
We definitely want you to see what's inside.
Inside, coupons from their advertisers to help you save money. And this isn't a one-time giveaway. Valpak is delivered to your mailbox at the beginning of every month, and there will be free $100 checks inside for the rest of the year. So you have several chances to win.
We love making people happy and feel like they can save, and this is one of the ways we can do it.
Evrod Cassimy, Local 4.